What I want is applause at the end, right? I'm at the end of my play. I want applause. Well, I really want a standing ovation. But I want applause, right? That's what I want. And what do you want at the end of your play? You want a new client or a new customer? That should be the end result. That should be one of the goals that you're looking for. You want more market share? Probably. I was talking to somebody once, a client of mine, in fact, in California, and he said, you know, Frank, I'm really happy where I'm at now. My business is successful. I've got, you know, $7 million in revenue a year now, and, you know, I said, well, you know, he said, yes, thanks to you, and I said, okay. Sometimes you just have to kind of nudge him. He said, I don't need any more. I have found it. I said, well, then I'm going to have to come back out in a few months. He says, why? I said, because you're going to lose. Why are you going to lose? Because you're happy where you are. See, he's not happy where he is. See, I'm happy where I'm at. He's not happy where he is. He's going to take some of my pie. You pie thief, you. So we always have to be growing, at least a little bit, right? I have $7 million a year in annual revenue. That's fine. My net's a little over $2.5 million a year. That's fine. I'm really happy. Well, go for $7 million one. If that's all, just go for $7 million one because it pushes you forward and it pushes your staff forward. Because that's the other thing I had to remind him. I said, "You're happy. I can tell you're happy. Heck, I heard you only come to work twice a week now." I said, "I know you're delightfully happy." I said, "But the fact that you don't grow anymore, does that mean that your employees aren't supposed to grow anymore either?" Ooh, there was a wake-up call, huh? Yeah. So, you want more market share. You want to, hopefully at the end of this, having had an opportunity to develop better processes and procedures through the diligence that you do getting up to this point. You leave a better trained you and your staff leaves a better trained staff. You've improved your marketing. You've got great brand position now. You're making more sales. You're making more profit. You have ongoing growth and expansion. You're happier. Well, so is your family, right? So is your staff. So is your customers. A footnote. I said earlier, directors direct, actors act. Stop doing what you can't, shouldn't, or don't do well. Stop doing what you can't, shouldn't, or don't do well. Stop it. You are hurting your business. You're hurting your company. You're hurting your career. When I first launched my first company, I think I was chatting with you. I was a Starbucks fiend. I still am. And I was living in San Francisco, and I just fell in love with Starbucks. I said, this would be fun, little side thing. I'm going to open a coffee house. So I opened a coffee house in downtown San Francisco. Very successful operation. Ran it for a few years and sold it. It was a nice investment. I did really well with that. Nice ROI. And I had fun with it. And on the side, you know, I hired a good management staff and good salespeople, good baristas, excuse me. But when I started that, you know, I said, well, this is a small business. I'll set up the accounting. I mean, heck, I'm a member of the National Association of Accountants. I think I know a little bit about this. So I'll just set up my accounting, and I'll just do that, and I can do the books, and I'll run the payroll, all that kind of stuff. Worst mistake I made. Well, one, I can do it, so I can't use the word can't. I can do it. I can do accounting, but I shouldn't do it. I don't do it well. If I did it well, I'd be a CP. See, that's the direction my career would have taken. My direction, as you can tell, didn't take that career. Doesn't mean I don't know how to do it. It means that I don't do it well. I don't do it to the level that I should do it. And the hours that I was spending doing that was taking away from the hours that I should have been spending growing my business and expanding my market share and delivering brochures and delivering free coffee and stuff to office buildings just across the street or down the block. Doing the things that I really do well and not waste my time doing that. And once I realized that, I had my wake-up call. We all do. I went out and hired a part-time bookkeeper, and beautiful lady came in one day a week, 8 hours, and she did it in 8 hours. It was taking me 14 because I didn't do it well. And I shouldn't do it. I didn't do it well, and I shouldn't do it. So I took 12, she did it in 8. I'm worth a lot more than I had to pay her. I'm not being arrogant. I'm worth a lot more to my business than I had to pay her to do my books. Because I could go out in that same 12 hours I was spending doing that, I could expand my business. I could grow my business. I could train my employees. I could do things that I do well, that I have a passion for. So, is that the end of my talk? Yes. Want to see if you're paying attention. Let me leave you with this last thought. And that is, before I walk on stage, before I walk up and stand in front of a group, or arrive at a client for a meeting, or arrive in front of a classroom of attendees at a workshop or a seminar, I ask myself, have I done my work? Have I done my work? Am I ready? Have you, and are you? Jeff, thank you for allowing me to be here today.